with the KBLA Cover the Houseless Cozy Community Coat and Blanket Drive. All you have to do is drop off new or clean, gently used winter coats and blankets in the KBLA lobby during business hours. Now through December 20th, all of the coats and blankets will be donated to unsheltered individuals and families experiencing houselessness. Simply bring your donation to 4434 Crenshaw Boulevard in Los Angeles, near Vernon Avenue, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. weekdays. That's 4434 Crenshaw in historic Leimert Park. During the holidays and every day, let's remember, we keep us safe. We keep us warm. We are the safety net, and together we can cover the unsheltered. Get caught up in the spirit of the season, the spirit of love. Make a difference with your friends at KBLA Talk 1580.
You ready?
Come on! It's the Queen of Royal Badness.
It's time for the Raw Report with Robin Ayers.
Highlighting people and things you should know about.
Robin's got you covered. Follow Robin at Robin Ayers. You're listening to the Raw Report on KBLA Talk 1580.
Robin's got a lot to talk about. Hello? What's your only girl? You're all I think about. You're the only girl for me. You're all I think about. You're special. Know I love you. Know I love you.
You say you love me, and I think that is true. But every night my girlfriend tells me I should want you. Now I say I trust you, but I want you to know. I'm not a sucker. She like, she knows it's squad Pinocchio. So now I'm believing, and you know I try.
All right, baby, no more lies.
Yes, you are in the Raw Report right here on KBLA Talk 1580, your daily source for entertainment and celebrity news. I am Keith Underwood, sitting in for the very lovely Robin Ayers. You can catch me right here on KBLA every weekend on Saturdays at 9 p.m. and Sundays at 8 p.m. Pacific Time on my entertainment show, Black in the Green Room, where we spotlight inspiring stories from Black entertainers, creatives, and showbiz professionals. Now let's get on into this Raw Report. Andy, brother, what's up?
Man, it's Thursday. You know what I'm saying? The weekend is almost upon us.
Right. What you got? Any special plans this weekend, man?
Nah, man, just want to chill, relax. You know what I mean? I think I was overwhelmed with the Thanksgiving weekend, so I just want to chill and relax. You know?
Yeah, that sounds good, man. Unfortunately, I will be traveling. So
where you headed to?
I'm going up to Seattle on a little bit of business.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
So,
ain't mad at it.
you know, I'm going to try to mix in a little bit of relaxation along with that. We'll see how it goes and how it turns out.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What's today, Andy?
Oh, man, it's Thursday, man.
But it's another day.
It's another day, infinity dollars.
Infinity dollars, because we ain't saying another day, another dollar. We are looking for trillions.
Yes,
trillions,
sir.
y'all. So.
No cap.
No cap. That's right. So you guys, I don't know if you guys are keeping up with Papa's House. It is a brand new sitcom brought to us by Damon Wayans Sr. and Damon Wayans Jr. Well, the latest news is that there's going to be a Wayans family reunion as Marlon joins his brother and his nephew as a guest star on the show. So, well, here's, the scoop. The Wayans family is bringing their signature humor to CBS's Papa's House. Marlon Wayans is set to guest star alongside his brother Damon Wayans and nephew Damon Wayans Jr. in an upcoming episode scheduled to air in February of 2025. Marlon plays Melvin, Papa's mischievous brother who shows up with yet another of his infamous business schemes. While Papa's raising the caution flag, Ivy and Junior are crossing their fingers, hoping this time Melvin turned over a new leaf. This episode promises to double down on the laughs with the unmistakable Wayans family chemistry, and really, who doesn't love seeing these comedy legends together? Man, I'm always a supporter of the Wayans, and yeah, I'm going to reveal my age, although I was very young. I was a production assistant on In Living Color, and just a great group of people. And they are a prime example of what people can do when they come together, especially with family. And people want to always talk about nepotism, but it's okay for everybody else, other groups to do it. And then when we do it, it's frowned upon, or that's an opportunity that could have went to someone else. Well, I think the Wayans, that they've done more than start and fuel many careers in the industry outside of their family. And it's good to see that they're taking care of one another in-house as well. Man, it's going to be good. I think it's going to be real hilarious. Andy, you watching Papa's House?
I am not.
Oh, wait a minute. You said that like garbage.
No. I just when it comes to TV and stuff like that, I'm just strictly sports and music.
Yeah.
So when it comes to like shows and movies like that, I'm slacking in that department.
It's all good, man. It's all good. Next up, now I haven't heard a lot of people talking about this, so I said let me bring this to the forefront. So Kerry Washington, she was honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. So this is big news for Hollywood and for Kerry Washington, as she has officially cemented her place in entertainment history, literally. On December 2nd, 2024, she received her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and it was a family affair. Her parents, Earl and Valerie Washington, they stood proudly by her side as she celebrated what she called a bucket list moment for her father. The ceremony saw powerhouse speeches from Tyler Perry and Shonda Rhimes as she brought the big guns out. Pow, pow, who praised Kerry not just for the iconic role as Olivia Pope on Scandal, but for breaking barriers in Hollywood. Kerry reflected on her journey, thanking her parents and marveling at the significance of a dream coming true. It was a moment filled with love and laughter and a lot of proud tears, plus an undeniable reminder of her impact on television and beyond. I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm a Kerry Washington fan. I'm so proud of her and her career and what she's done with her platform. And again, this is a sister that is extending. She is creating platforms. She is creating vehicles. She is creating projects where other Black folks can thrive and grow. So a big salute to her. When we come forward on the Raw Report right here on KBLA Talk 1580, I will be joined by our special guest contributor, Landon Brown, to chop it up about some happenings in entertainment.
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Eric Bellinger hanging out right here with my family at the Raw Report. Keep it locked.
You're inside the Raw Report with Robin Ayers on KBLA Talk 1580. Are you an entrepreneur looking to take your business to new heights? KBLA Talk 1580 is your partner in success. Every day, we celebrate and elevate Black-owned businesses across our community. Our KBLA SMB Marketplace currently features The Cookie Dip, Bad Ash Bakes, Hair Concoction, Higher Education Accreditation Consulting, LACC Radiology Technology Department, and Malik Books. Your business deserves to be heard. Let KBLA Talk 1580 amplify your voice and connect you with our powerful community of listeners. Email smb@kbla1580.com today. That's smb@kbla1580.com. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
Hey, Mom, I've been meaning to talk to you about some new COVID information I saw online.
Uh-huh.
I read that 3 out of 4 adults in the United States have a high risk factor for severe COVID-19. And Black folks like us with certain conditions like diabetes, heart disease, mental health conditions, or being 50 and older are at high risk.
Boy, you sound like a commercial.
I'm just saying. I know you love your ginger teas and essential oils, but remember, there are treatment options for COVID-19.
I promise if I get sick again, I'll call my doctor to ask about my options.
Here's another great reason to use the United States Postal Service this season. Your boxes are wrapped and the gifts are in. Our employees are ready. Let the holiday ride begin. Let's start with the price. It's easy to manage when you ship with the reliable USPS Ground Advantage. In just a few days, it's sure to arrive. We're working nonstop to keep the spirit alive. USPS Ground Advantage, the affordable and reliable shipping solution for the holidays. Visit USPS.com/advantage.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Giving you your daily dose of entertainment and celebrity news.
You're inside the Rob
Report with Robin Ayers on KBLA Talk 1580.
You are in the Raw Report right here on KBLA Talk 1580. I am Keith Underwood, sitting in for the lovely Robin Ayers. This is your spot for up-to-date news on entertainment and celebrities. If you want to join in the conversation, you can join us at 800-920-1580. Again, that's 800-920-1580. You can also join us over in the YouTube chat at KBLA 1580. Let's see over here. Forrest Harrison said, Papa's House is a good show, Andy. So you guys make sure that you guys check it out. Let me see who's joining me over here in the Raw Report. We've got Landon Buford. Landon, what is up?
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening, brother. Good evening. And Landon Buford is an entertainment and sports journalist, and he's also the owner of Buford Media. Landon, man, I'm just so glad you came and joined me tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we're going to get into it. So, well, first off, what's been happening with you, Landon?
Just been working, trying to, keep a roof over my head, pay bills, things of that nature.
Right. And yeah, it might get a little bit harder next year, but we're going to keep on thriving and striving.
You got to keep pushing, man. You just got to keep pushing.
Yeah.
It'll work out.
That's right. Any interesting articles coming out in the near future?
Not at the moment. I'm not working on anything pressing. A lot of aggregation, probably for the next couple of days. In the meantime.
Got it. Well, good, man. I'm glad that you continue to push, continue to thrive, man, and just continue success to you. Speaking of continued success, Jamie Foxx, he is making what they're calling a triumphant return to humor, healing, and he's setting the record straight. Jamie Foxx is back, and he's bringing the laughs and a little bit of clarity with his upcoming Netflix stand-up special. What had happened was premiering on December the 10th. So that's next week, right, Landon?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
The trailer for the special, it dropped today, and Fox does not shy away from addressing the rumors that swirled during his 2023 health scare. From bizarre claims about blindness, paralysis, and even cloning, Jamie uses his signature humor to set the record straight while reflecting on his journey to recovery. This marks his triumphant return to the stage after nearly 2 decades away. I hadn't even realized it had been that long since he had done some stand-up. Blending heartfelt truths with the comedy we've missed. Fans are gearing up for what promises to be an unforgettable performance packed with laughs and revelations. Landon, I'm really excited, about this. I had an opportunity a few months back to check out Martin Lawrence at Yamava. And this was, after, people were saying that he had a stroke or something was wrong with him. And man, I'm going to say the only thing that was different was that his speech was a little slurred. But other than that, it was the same old Martin Lawrence. He even did this thing, man, where he was like, oh, y'all think I had a stroke? And then he ran across the stage and he did like a Lucky Charms click of the heels, to show that he was still, vibrant. And and he really did deliver. I felt like I was watching the old Martin Lawrence, and I'm hoping and I'm anticipating the same thing from Jamie Foxx to come strong. What are your thoughts?
I think that it's good that he's returning to his roots. I mean, obviously, him being funny is, how he was presented to us as a as a, performer. Obviously, after, the jokes and things, he got into music, acting, etc. But returning to his roots, I'm glad to see it after 20 years of being away from stand-up comedy. So,
yeah. I mean, we've seen him do a lot of film work and some television work. I think the most recent thing, which is I think where the rumor started, was they cloned Tyrone. Is that right? They cloned Tyrone.
I think so.
I think that was the last big thing that we saw before he took ill. And man, I mean, I think it's just going to be, very, very welcome. I'm going to be talking to Ricky Smiley on Black in the Green Room soon, and he recently wrote a book about, grieving and overcoming that through laughter. And I was just thinking, I wonder, like when people have difficult, health scares, or life experiences like that, how cathartic is it to laugh, to bring humor back into the picture?
It gives you the opportunity to be human again. For a couple, maybe an hour or two, actually forget about your issues, problems, and actually, be entertained by two-time Oscar Award winner Jamie Foxx. In this case.
Yeah. No, I love that, brother, and I love the way that you said that. It makes you feel human again. But what about when you're not the person that's sitting back and getting well and then taking in and consuming some humor, but you're the person that actually has to give the funny.
He's got to go to work. I mean, obviously he's got to put some of those personal issues aside to perform, and I hope that he comes back strong and puts on a good show, because you're there to entertain in that particular instance as a performer. I don't know if, is that something you agree with, or am I kind of not hitting am I not in the ballpark with that one?
Yeah, well, let me tell you, brother, you are entitled to your opinion. Here we're going to always just have a good discussion, about our opinions, but I would happen to, to agree with you. And I think that, I think a lot's riding on his career, with this. I mean, Jamie Foxx is always going to be all right. People, they love him, and he's, greatly admired. But I think a lot is going to be riding on him to deliver. And I'm sure, like I said, man, I'm sure he will. I've seen some interviews that he's done recently, and I mean, like I said, it's like the old, Jamie Foxx back, back again. Landy, what do you think about like with the Chris Rock thing? I think it was a year after the slap, and then he was paid a bunch of money by Netflix to come and talk about what happened and how he felt about it. And, some are saying that it's a similar vibe with what's going on with Jamie, that Netflix cut a big check for him to do this huge stand-up show, about his experience. How do you feel about comics using their platforms in this way?
I think it's good to bring awareness to it. Obviously, Netflix is trying to capitalize on the moment. Obviously, with the Chris Rock situation, Will Smith slapping him. Chris was hot at that particular time as far as on the Netflix side, but obviously, his fans were able to, catch some laughs, things of that nature while he was, doing the special and talking to him and actually seeing his insight of what actually happened from that incident. And then also Jamie, obviously he gets to be in millions of households and, deliver laughter, jokes, and kind of help people through, potentially some of the stuff that they're going through.
Yeah.
As human beings.
Yeah, and he's going to come back fit and strong, right? He's going to
Of
come
course.
up in there, baby oiled up, the whole bit, ready to take.
Maybe getting ready for this Mike Tyson, biopic, if they can ever nail that down for that particular role, if that is the case.
Right.
after this stand-up.
I'm here for it. Now, you telling me something that I didn't know. I mean, especially at this stage in life, because they're right there together in
Mhm.
age. So there's going to be a biopic about Mike Tyson, and they're talking to Jamie Foxx. Is he playing an older Mike Tyson? They're going to have a younger actor to play a younger Mike Tyson.
That might be the case, but I know Mike was trying to get Jamie to be his the person to play his biopic specifically. I know that there was another movie, but Mike wasn't involved in the picking of the actor and things of that nature, so he didn't co-sign that one.
Yeah.
Is what I'm hearing from stuff that I read, things of that nature. But yeah, Mike Tyson wanted to have Jamie Foxx play him in a biopic.
Yeah.
So we'll see if that actually comes to fruition at some point.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Jamie has done a phenomenal job with biopics and playing, real life and historical figures. So, and we know he can do Mike Tyson. So,
Exactly.
yeah,
Done Ray Charles.
yeah, and just with his abilities to imitate people, but then when he's doing, a serious film, being able to not only sound like them, but embody their spirit as well. How do you think something, like for instance, like with Chris Rock, he kept real low profile for a long time before saying anything or doing any interviews until the Netflix special. Do you think that this will change how celebrities, reveal things to the public, knowing that there's a possibility of, getting a big check, whether it's from a Netflix special or from a magazine or from a news expose?
I think that it's based on what the situation is. So I can't, obviously speak for every celebrity,
Yes.
but depending on, what type of things that they're into, I could see that being a trend though, because it seems like it's starting to head that way.
Yeah. No, I would definitely agree with that. I mean, people are holding out on baby pictures, and it's not because, they don't want people to see, their kids. It's because, they're waiting for somebody to cut that, $5 million, $10 million check before
Yep.
they show off the kitties.
Exactly. So it's all about capitalizing on your fame and your likeness, name, image, and likeness. Giving a shout out to what's going on in sports these days.
Yeah, most definitely, most definitely. Yeah, we're gonna have to chop it up about that, Landon. So, man, so what do you think about rumors about celebrities? I mean, like the ones like everybody's saying a whole bunch of different stuff about Jamie. Why do you think those spread so quickly? And we talked about this a little bit last night about uplifting and protecting one another. And this was something that was very serious that happened to this man, and people were making jokes about it within an hour, So
Mhm.
why do you think that, news like this or rumors surrounding such serious things, why they spread so quickly, especially amongst our community?
Because negativity sells, and every outlet, for the most part, will cut a check for negativity. Doesn't matter if it's in sports, doesn't matter if it's in politics, which I don't like to touch, but sports, entertainment, politics, business. If it has something to do with negativity, it will sell. And if it's rumors and you can prove those rumors of whoever you're getting them from, they'll take those and run with them.
Yeah, and you said because it sells. How do we change that narrative, Landon? What are your thoughts on changing that, where we don't run towards people's pain, but we run towards their success and their growth and their happiness and the good things that we're doing? How do we affect that kind of change?
We can push more stories of positivity, but I mean, I know as currently right now working in the business and looking for next opportunities, a lot of individuals are not looking for those positive stories.
Mhm.
In regards to, I'm not talking about the public, I'm talking about the people that are actually cutting the checks. Because at the end of the day, it has to benefit them in regards to them cutting a check. And it's kind of the way of thinking is actually kind of killing the business. Because I feel like that individuals are being, I guess, pretty much being told to give negative stories out there to either in, Jamie's case, hurt credibility, or to push the narrative that they're willing to push, or what they want to be pushed.
Yeah. How do you think, how and why do you think it differs with the mainstream? Do you think that the same amount of that effort is put into, kind of in mainstream stories towards tearing people down or just focusing on the negative? Or, do you think it's more prevalent when it comes to Black entertainment news?
I think it's as a whole, because, there's also negatives being pushed. It doesn't matter, race, sexual orientation, or, or anything else. I think that if it can sell in regards to negativity for a publication, they don't have any boundaries when it comes to stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And what do you think Jamie's position, should be in his openness and his honesty? And how do you think that this show can possibly strengthen his connection with his fans?
I guess the insight of what his truth,
mm-hmm.
And to share with his fan base. Maybe he can spark something for, fans that have gone through, health issues, health scares. Maybe they have family and friends that have health scares and they don't know how to compartmentalize it with their everyday life or everyday schedule, things of that nature. So it could help heal a bunch of people as well with this stand-up, with the Netflix portion of it, on Jamie's side of things.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. I mean, it humanizes your circumstances when you see that, celebrities are having the same kind of problems and the same kind of issues as each and every one, of us. And so I think that it will definitely strengthen his connection, to his fans. And it might even open some more some more opportunities for him within his career. When we come forward, we're going to have more entertainment talk right here on the Raw Report on KBLA Talk 1580.
Check this out. This your boy Warren G, and I'm on the Raw Report with Robin Ayers on KBLA Talk 1580. You better ask somebody. You got to do it.
More of the Raw Report with Robin Ayers when we come forward.
I'm Mike Island with 4 things you should know from BIN News. Legal experts believe the Supreme Court is likely to uphold a Tennessee law banning transgender care for minors. President-elect Trump's plans to raise tariffs will not be taken into account when the Federal Reserve makes a decision of interest rates this month. Some experts say Trump's plans will raise inflation. 3 big companies have pulled advertising from Amazon-owned Twitch amid allegations the company is promoting anti-Semitic content. AT&T, JP Morgan Chase, and Dunkin' have all pulled ads from the service. 1/4 of people lie about money regularly, and men are more likely to have financial secrets. That's according to a new Wallet Hub survey that found nearly 80% more men than women have money secrets. Get BIN News on demand 24/7 at BINnews.com.
Fountain Valley, it's a wreck on the 405 northbound past Brookhurst, second lane from the left. They're trying to clear it out of lanes right now, and big delays are backing up, getting away from the 133 freeway. This is all the way out of Irvine. Also, Lincoln Heights got a stall on the 5 northbound before Main Street. Watch out here for the left lane blocked and delays backing up, leaving the 710. It's also tough in Pomona with a stall on the 10 eastbound before Town Avenue. Conked out in the middle lanes, delays from Via Verde.
Hi, I'm Kyle, owner at Blindster.com. And right now, we're offering up to 50% off all our custom-made blinds, shades, and shutters during our Cyber Week sale. Don't miss out on some incredible deals. But hurry, sale ends December 10th. Blindster.com.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
Somebody needs to help me understand something. How can an offensive coordinator who helped the NFL Kansas City Chiefs win 2 Super Bowls not be good enough in the same role at UCLA? That's the mystery on the table today. Several sources are reporting that UCLA fired offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy today after only 1 season. Bieniemy was offensive coordinator for the Washington Commanders in 2023. He is not the reason UCLA UCLA finished 5-7 and ranked 126 in the nation in scoring. Bieniemy went from coaching full-time football players to kids in college who are supposed to be taking classes, in addition to practicing every day during the week. College players don't have the luxury of spending all morning in film rooms, then go to practice, and then have more meetings. That's life in the NFL. It takes time to help turn around a low-level college football program, and UCLA did not give Bieniemy the time to do it. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson on KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA Talk 1580 invites you to join us in celebrating the season of giving by being part of the solution. As we enjoy great food, family, warmth, and well wishes in whatever our festive tradition may be, we share the beauty of the season by reaching out to the less fortunate. Please help us to help others with the KBLA Cover the Houseless Cozy Community Coat and Blanket Drive. All you have to do is drop off new or clean, gently used winter coats and blankets in the KBLA lobby during business hours, now through December 20th. All of the coats and blankets will be donated to unsheltered individuals and families experiencing houselessness. Simply bring your donation to 4434 Crenshaw Boulevard in Los Angeles, near Vernon Avenue, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. weekdays. That's 4434 Crenshaw in historic Leimert Park. During the holidays and every day, let's remember, we keep us safe. We keep us warm. We are the safety net, and together we can cover the unsheltered. Get caught up in the spirit of the season, the spirit of love. Make a difference with your friends at KBLA Talk 1580.
If we're the ones disproportionately impacted by these climate catastrophes, why should we be silent? Turning up the volume all year long on the climate conversation for KBLA Talk 1580.
This season, Chevy brings classic pairings, cookies and milk, mistletoe and kisses, and your holiday plans and a new Chevy. Silverado 1500 gives you power and capability with 430 pound-feet of torque to haul your holiday tree. The Equinox EV and all-new Equinox, America's best compact SUV for new vehicle quality by J.D. Power, offer both confidence and style to see you through the holiday season. It's easy to see why Chevy makes everything better and brighter. Find your red tag. Get 0% APR financing for 36 months on select popular Chevy models when you finance with GM Financial. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. Award based on 2024 models. For J.D. Power 2024 U.S. Industrial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Offer available on all 2025 Equinox and 2024 Equinox EV, Blazer EV, and Silverado EV models. Monthly payment is $27.78 for every $1,000 you finance. Example down payment is 26.8%. Must finance with GM Financial. Some customers may not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 1/2/25.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. Keeping you informed about what's really going on. Who's got next? And what not to miss in entertainment. You're listening to the Rob Report on KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey, you are in the Raw Report right here on KBLA Talk 1580, and this is your spot for entertainment and celebrity news. I am Keith Underwood, sitting in for the lovely Robin Ayers. And Leah, let's see what's happening over here in the chat. Forrest Harrison said Kerry Washington's show Unprisoned is very good as well. Terry, what's up? Hey, how you doing? She said, hello, Keith, Forrest, Andy, Landon, and chat room. Forrest also said, "What's up, Terry?" They're wishing each other happy holidays. And Forrest said, "Not everyone can transfer their experiences into a financial gain. We don't want to hear everyone's story. Ain't that the truth?" But Jamie and Chris should have interesting stories about their lives. Absolutely. I miss the good old days of when a celebrity's personal life was a mystery, like Prince and Michael. Yeah, Forrest has some points there. I mean, with social media, things are just so much different nowadays. I think that it takes down talent, celebrities at their cachet. If people just feel so familiar with them that there is not that mystery, there's not that same aura. But I mean, it is what it is, and we are where we are right now. If you want to join in on the conversation, you can call in at 800-920-1580. Again, that's 800-920-1580. You can also join us in the YouTube chat over there with all the folks that we appreciate so much at KBLA 1580. Landon Buford is joining me in the Raw Report to chop it up about some more of these entertainment topics. Landon, what is up?
Nothing much. Again, thank you for having me on tonight.
Oh, you're very welcome, brother. Anytime. We love having you here. Man, there's this story that I'm getting ready to talk about next with Byron Allen versus McDonald's. This is something that has been going on since 2021, back in May of 2021. But the new thing is that the $10 billion lawsuit that the judge has agreed that it should be moved to trial. And it's going to challenge some racial biases in advertising. So Byron Allen's $10 billion lawsuit against McDonald's, which began in May 2021, has reached a major turning point. This week, a federal judge ruled that the case could proceed to trial, reigniting a debate about racial discrimination in corporate America. Allen, the founder and CEO of Allen Media Group, home to the Weather Channel and numerous digital media outlets, alleges that McDonald's engaged in racial stereotyping by refusing to advertise on his black-owned platforms. Despite African Americans comprising a significant portion of the fast food giant's customer base, y'all need to stop eating all that fast food and get you some carrots. McDonald's denies these claims, maintaining that their advertising decisions are based on audience metrics. After an initial dismissal in December 2021 and a revival in September 2022, the case now heads to trial, potentially setting a precedent for how companies engage with minority-owned businesses. Man, this is really interesting, especially going into the new year and into the new administration. It's going to be interesting to even see if cases like this will even be heard in the future. I mean, it's just going to be a whole different landscape. I'm glad, and I hope the trial date is set for before the new administration really gets their foothold on media. And it's going to be really interesting to see how all of this progresses. Why do you think it has taken so long for Byron Allen's lawsuit to gain traction in court? What's been the holdup, Landon?
I think probably the paperwork.
Yeah.
And then obviously, I mean, not only just the paperwork, but I mean, who else? I mean, obviously the people who are handling the case as well. We've seen cases before be slowed down due to the party that's involved. So I mean, it's almost 3 years after this. I can see it with the actual litigation and the paperwork, and then also whoever else is in control of this particular case in the courts.
Yeah. And just for you that don't know who Byron Allen is, Byron Allen was a very well-known media personality, especially I think in the early 80s. What was the name of it? That's Incredible? I think that was the name of the show.
I think that's what the name was.
Yeah, That's Incredible. And he did a bunch of correspondent work. And then he turned the tables on that by starting his own conglomerate of media, including the Weather Channel as well as many other streaming and digital platforms that he owns as well. And he's taken, companies to task before in the court. This isn't the first time, just to make sure that he is treated fairly. And those cases, when he wins, those become precedents. So he is doing the good work. So even if sometimes it might seem like it's self-serving, but it's there to benefit all of us. So, what does this case reveal about how major corporations prioritize or neglect diversity in their advertising strategies, Landon?
It shows that they, from what he's describing as, they don't care about the diversity, standards of spreading the advertising dollars equally throughout the industry.
Yeah, and I hear you. I hear you on that one, and it's amazing to me that they're using metrics to know that black and brown folks are eating a whole bunch of McDonald's and not seeing the value in advertising on a black streaming channel, or not putting major dollars into it. A lot of what happens is that there's trickle down with advertising dollars, and the sad part about it is, like, it goes to the mainstream and then it goes to special interest groups. Well, oddly enough, with being one of the largest consumers of product and services, black people are on the bottom of that list, that they don't see us as valuable when it comes to advertising, and that's always been the case. But like I said, I'm glad to see that Brother Byron is taking them to task. Should companies like McDonald's be legally obligated to invest a percentage of their ad budgets into minority-owned platforms, or would that stifle free market decisions? Like, so, do you think that the government should come in and make them put a certain amount of money aside, for black marketing, or do you think that it takes away from that whole free market system that we have set up in this country?
I think it takes away from the free market, because once you start having government get into certain things that are, publicly traded companies like McDonald's, even though they are publicly traded, and meaning obviously they're shareholders, things of that nature, that's how you can affect their bottom line. Or, obviously as customers not actually, stop going to McDonald's to protest, if that's, what have you decide to do. Could start affecting the bottom line, and then when the bottom line is affected, then change starts to happen.
Yeah.
Or at least you would hope change would start to happen, right?
Yeah. And I alluded to this earlier when I said everybody should start eating carrots. How much responsibility do consumers, how much do we have to bear at holding these companies accountable? We don't have to eat at McDonald's. I mean, so what's up? Andy, you want to say something, brother?
I mean, you should hold yourself accountable.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, unfortunately, we live in a free market economy, and wherever there's a market, you know what I'm saying, it's open for you.
Yes.
So if they want to go ahead and add poison to their food without us really knowing what it is, they can do it. And I'm not saying that it's right or anything like that, but I think, that's a big monster to deal with. Absolutely. So I just feel like, you can control yourself, look at the ingredient list.
Yes.
And realize what you're, putting into yourself.
Absolutely. And where you're spending your dollars. When we come forward, we will have a little bit more entertainment news for y'all right here on the Raw Report on KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Lil Rim. Right now, I'm hanging out with Robin on the Raw Report. That's right.
You're inside the Raw Report with Robin Ayers on KBLA Talk 1580.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
An official message from Medicare.
Medicare plans change from one year to the next.
And this year, it's important for you to review your current coverage and compare all your options during Medicare open enrollment. Compare health plans, drug coverage, and costs. See if you can save some money, and don't forget to make sure your drugs are covered. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Visit Medicare.gov or call 1-800-MEDICARE.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Ever have one of those days where your gut just feels blah?
Ugh, yes.
Occasional bloating or gas could be signs that your gut is out of balance, but Align Probiotic can help. Align 24/7 Digestive Support is a daily use probiotic with a unique strain to help relieve occasional digestive issues. It's the #1 doctor-recommended brand. So when you feel the signs, it's time to try Align. Align Probiotic. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code SNAP to get an extra 35 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code SNAP for a 35 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code SNAP for a 35 cents per gallon bonus.
Giving you your daily dose of entertainment and celebrity news. You're inside the Raw Report with Robin Ayers on KBLA Talk 1580.
You are in the Raw Report right here on KBLA Talk 1580. I am Keith Underwood sitting in for the lovely Robin Ayers, and joining me to dive into some of these entertainment topics is Landon Buford. He is an entertainment and sports journalist. Landon Buford, what's up, man?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm doing good, man. I'm getting ready to talk about two of your favorite people. Well, at least one of the two of your favorite people.
Shout out to Hove. Shout out to Hove.
Shout out to Hove indeed. Today marks the end of the Book of Hove exhibit at the Brooklyn Public Library, a 6-month celebration of Jay-Z's monumental career and legacy, drawing over 600,000 visitors since July. The exhibit showcased everything from rare photographs and recording masters to his iconic outfits, and even a recreation of Baseline Studios, where he recorded some of his greatest hits. Fans marveled at items like the 1993 Lexus GS300 from the Dead President's music video and a sculpture by Daniel Arsham. For those who couldn't make it, the Book of Hove, a tribute to Jay-Z, is a 432-page coffee table book, and it captures the essence of his journey from Marcy Projects to global icon. Jay-Z's highs are legendary, but like any great story, it's worth reflecting on the struggles and challenges that shaped the man behind the music. Man, I'm proud of Jay. He's showing that unk power, and still powerful, man, and still doing big and great things for the industry, and he and his wife together, they are the epitome of a power couple. And man, I think that his story is an interesting one, and even if we think that we know it, I think every time that something like this comes out, that we learn a little bit more. Landon, how has Jay-Z's journey from Marcy's Projects to billionaire mogul redefined what's possible for Black artists in America?
not just black artists, black people, minorities, etc. If you work hard and are dedicated, you can actually reach your goals and achieve them.
Yeah, I think he and, someone else that we won't mention right now, but I'm going to say it, Sean Combs, because that doesn't, the things that we've heard about lately in the news, they don't erase his legacy and what he did for the music business, and then also showing how to use that platform in music to expand your empire. And the same thing with Jay-Z. And this was a hustler. This was a hard hustler, from the streets, that decided that he wanted to do something with his life. And then when he was put into a position to have this phenomenal platform just to turn it into just something that's just unbelievable and undeniable.
Yes, has been able to use his placement in not only his struggles coming up, but also his achievements as an artist to flip it towards business with his shoe brand, with shoe deal with Reebok, his his Club 4040, his the liquor partnership that he's had, his partnership with the NFL.
Yes,
he's been able to leverage the Sean Carter or the Jay-Z brand, or the combination of the two, to get to where he's at right now.
Yeah,
as a mogul.
Yes, sir. And out of everything that you just named and that you just talked about, Landon, which one of those do you think has been one of his most pivotal moments? Whether it's been one of his hit records, or a business deal, or something a little bit more personal. What do you think that his biggest accomplishment has been?
I think most of his biggest accomplishment is away from the music industry. I think that he used steps. Obviously, we know the history of how he started. He used that to leverage it into Rockefeller. Then was able to leverage that into his position at Def Jam. Then was able to leverage that with his position, his partnership with Reebok. I think his business leveraging and partnerships is probably his biggest accomplishments. And then obviously, the philanthropy stuff, and then also the stuff with the NFL. But I think his business transactions have been some of his biggest accomplishments from somebody looking from afar.
Yeah. And man, it seems to me, and I hope I don't offend anyone when I say this, because that is not my intention, but sometimes it seems like people that come from hard backgrounds, that they hustle so much harder, especially when you give them an opportunity. What are your thoughts on that?
I feel like they don't have anything to lose. So the word no and things of that nature will make them go harder. I think anybody that hears the word no, you're going to be motivated. But I think people that are coming from more poverty situations than others have a way of achieving those goals.
Yeah.
More than anybody else.
Yeah, and that's it's so amazing that you say that, because there's that no fear factor. If you've come up hard and you haven't been in a position where you've had to hear a lot of no's, especially on a business tip. Man, that does. That makes you, man, I never even thought about it from that perspective, but that brings a whole different kind of bravery, to the game. Or to, those of us who might have grown up in the industry or are grown up in business, we're used to things being done a certain way. But when you don't have that exposure, when you don't grow up grow into that same mindset, you're more willing to take risks because no one has ever told you that you can't do it.
Correct.
Yeah.
And it's a different way of thinking as well, too. It's not like the traditional way. Like a lot of us, I'm one that went to college and, like you say, grew up a certain way compared to, say, a Jay-Z that had to actually figure it out on his own. And it might not be I don't pay this bill today, I can always go and ask a family member or something like that. He actually had him and others, around the world have had to hustle their way to make ends meet. They might not be eating that day.
That's
you
right.
know, doing what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's different perspectives.
Yeah, and the hustle is just completely, different. I mean, there are so many different roads to, success. It's just that, Jay-Z's road, it worked out for him and abundantly so. How do you think some of his, going to another mogul that came from rap, Russell Simmons, another controversial figure, but he once told me that the secret to success is failure. And what he meant by that is that you have so many failures and that you're supposed to learn from those experiences. How do you think Jay-Z's, kind of his setbacks early in his career, like the difficulty getting a record deal, how do you think he turned that into long-term success?
It just told him that, obviously, the word no, the first time he heard no, it's like, I got to maybe go hustle a little bit harder.
Yes.
I'm going to go start my own business as an entrepreneur. I'm going to put the money, I'm going to basically make them, make it so they have to say yes to me, pretty much.
Right.
As a record deal, I mean, obviously he came in with a bigger blueprint. That means if the record company's not giving them something of that nature, I mean, he owns a little bit more of his masters. He owns a little bit more of the business decisions his imprint of the record label. You can come in and negotiate a different types of deals.
Yeah.
Kind of like what 21 Savage is doing.
Right.
I think it's a 90-10 split, where it's just distribution from the record label, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's a 90-10 split, something like that. Like something crazy like that or something. You know what I mean? And the record label's not making much money off of him.
Right. And it just shows you the power of what you can do when you put your mind to it. What I like also about Jay-Z's approach is that he focused on one thing that he did well first. And that's some advice that I got years ago, was to focus in on what you do well first. And then after he did that, and he became the top, at the top of his game, that's when he ventured into other directions. Landon, please tell me, what do you have coming up next, and where can everybody find you on social media?
They can find me at landonbuford.com for all my latest, writing portions, things of that nature. I have a couple of things in the can. I don't want to, throw them out yet because obviously I don't want to jinx anything. But, when I'm able to announce those, I will definitely come back and share those with you.
All right. Landon Buford, thank you so much for joining us tonight on The Raw Report.
Thank you, and thank you guys for having me again.
And everyone, please follow me, Keith Underwood, at Mr. Keith L. Underwood on IG and Keith L. Underwood on Facebook. And please tune into Black in the Green Room, my entertainment show, weekends at 9 p.m. on Saturdays and 8 p.m. on Sundays, all Pacific time. Until next time, this has been The Raw Report right here on KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Mike Island with 4 things you should know from BIN News. Lawyers for the family of 15-year-old Jasmine Tucker are looking into the Akron police shooting of the black teen last week. Jasmine was shot and killed by Akron, Ohio police officers. There's still no verdict in Daniel Penny's subway chokehold trial in Manhattan after 3 days of deliberations. Penny is the Long Island Marine